Welcome to Worship Tutorials. We have new tone match presets, patches, captures, and profiles, and clones. I think I got them all. Based on a Bad Cat Cub II. Ours is a 210 combo with reverb. It's a Cub II R. Now, this is the, quote, Sampson-era of Bad Cat. You might have heard of Sampson-era Matchless. It's the same guy, Mark Sampson. He was at Matchless, then he left Matchless, he went to Bad Cat. So each of these companies have a Sampson-era, and the amplifiers from these eras are highly coveted because they sound amazing. Ours is no different. It's over there. That's why I'm pointing over there. You probably can't see. Nick, can you see it on camera? Oh, you can see it. There it is. It looks good too. It's in like green and gold. The eyes light up. The cat eyes light up when you turn it on. You'll see. So this amp is a 15 watt amp. We also have patches based on a Cub III 40. It's got the same name, Cub, but it's a very different amplifier. So the Cub III is a 40 watt amp, kind of more of a Matchless Chieftain origin. The Cub II is a 15 watt amp. Again, like I said, in a 210 combo configuration. It's an EL84 based amp. So the thing that it reminds you of immediately is Vox AC15, but this thing does its own thing. It's kind of Vox-ish, definitely has that chime, but it's got its own voice. I think with the 210 setup, it's got this really, it's got a lot of chime and top end, but it's got this really full, warm kind of a sound to it as well. A lot of that comes from, I believe, the speakers and the cabinet. The amp is fairly simple. You've got volume, you've got bass, you've got treble, you've got cut, and it also has this control on it. It's like a voice control that goes between spectrum and focus. Now the spectrum voice, I think they call it spectrum because it's more full spectrum. It's just a bigger sound. It's my personal favorite sound, and that's why we tone matched the spectrum voice. But if you download this for Kemper or Quad Cortex or Tonex, you're going to get both voices. You get captures and profiles of both voices. The tone match patches, though, are based on the spectrum channel. Quickly, what you get with the patches are for Fractal and for line 6, you get these fully featured patches with custom-made tone match IRs that we use those IRs to make the stock amp models in those units sound just like that one. Now we've tweaked the process a bit in the tone matching. We're gonna make a video on this later, and there are gonna be updates to some of our older patches coming, where we're taking into account more of the information of the cabinet and the speakers when we do the tone match. So simply what it means is the end result sounds more like that amplifier and reacts more like that amplifier, especially when you hit it with gain and reverb. I've done a lot of testing with this new process of tone matching that we're using, and it really does make a difference. Everything is a little more clear, and especially when you hit it with overdrive, things sound way more realistic. Now for line 6, it's available for Helix, HX Stomp, and Pod Go. You get fully featured patches for Helix, for HX Stomp, and Pod Go. We've given you as much as we can in a single patch and then delivered an effects patch or a couple effects patches that have all of the other effects in them. Same thing for Fractal. Axe-FX III and FM9, fully featured patches with scenes and stomps and everything built in. And then for FM3, you've got as much as we can do in the FM3 and then an effects patch. Headrush Prime, you get the full patch as well in sort of stomp box mode. Now for Kemper, we've got all the profiles of both voices all throughout the gain range of the amp, and then we have performances for single coil and humbucker equipped guitars. Quad Cortex is the same thing, captures of the amp all the way through the gain range, both voices, and then 2 fully featured presets, one for single coil, one for humbucker. And for Tonex, you just get the tone model captures of the amp. And then you can use those however you'd like with Tonex. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Links below to get everything. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.